It feels like a lot of things are finding their place right now, and I have a bit of a personal update I want to share with you later on. But first, let's get these cuttings settled into their new pots and then head to the studio. Because I have a painting that's currently having a sort of an identity crisis. I thought I was done with all this planting, but here we are, making a mess again. I'm adding a couple of Crotone cuttings to my collection, and I can't wait to see how they turn out. This plant shelf has become one of my favorite things in my home. But I've also come to realize I am not so sure where to put all of these plants when they grow bigger. Rölli used to be a bit worried when I was tinkering with my plants, but now he has finally realized that this is an everyday occurrence and there's nothing to be worried about. My only plan for today was to paint the edges of this recently finished artwork. But I have been having an interesting problem with it. Because I am not sure which way is up. I've been rotating this painting for 2 weeks now, and at first I was quite sure it needs to be viewed vertically. But when my sister saw it, she told me she prefers the horizontal direction. She saw something in it that really resonated with me, and I feel like she might be onto something. I still haven't added the wiring, but after pondering about it for a couple of weeks, I think I will hang it vertically, because my sister told me it makes her think about water, and it was exactly what I had in mind in the first place. I will hang this fellow to my living room soon, so it can share its secrets at its own pace. I didn't feel like working on anything bigger today, so I'm going through these almost empty tubes of paint. I have been avoiding driving to the local art store for weeks now, because it is on the other side of the city. And I know it kind of sounds ridiculous, but right now it could be on the other side of the world. I was recently diagnosed with Asperger's and inattentive ADHD, and I've kept this to myself for a while because I was kind of afraid of being seen only through these labels. But I'm starting to realize that these traits are also a huge part of why I often feel so exhausted, and why it's so difficult for me to make any kind of changes to my daily routines, like driving to that art store. I'm learning to accept this side of myself, knowing that while it explains so much of my past and present, it's still just the one part of who I am. One of the reasons I haven't talked about this before is because I've struggled with the way neurodivergency is often portrayed online. It often feels like a collection of these quirky traits, which we all have, or something very black and white. And it is so much more complex than that, and at times very challenging. I'm sharing this because maybe you felt disconnected with these very one-dimensional labels as well, in one way or another. I'm grateful that I have learned this part about myself, and even though sharing this makes me feel a bit vulnerable, maybe someone else will find some comfort in my story. I will need to make a few adjustments into my life, but today I'm just drawing these squiggly things on paper because it genuinely makes me happy. Those new art supplies might have to wait for a while, but that's okay. I can always place an online order if I can't put myself to do it. Right now I'm focusing on these small wins. Cleaning up the desk. Seeing all these colors and shapes traveling through these pages. All the greenery around me. And even this scrap paper sketchbook that's so fragile that the pages get glued together all the time. Somehow I feel like it is one of the reasons I like it so much. Because it's a bit wonky and imperfect. When I thought I was done for today, this little sketchbook suddenly caught my attention. It was the last unfinished spread and I just couldn't resist playing with it for a while. I also found a couple of pieces of old sketches and somehow they became a part of that adventure. These pages have brought me so much joy and I think I want to make another one of these in the future. I'm learning that some days are for planting seeds, like those cuttings this morning. This kind of playful moments and rest are also part of the creative cycle. Right now I'm trying to learn how to pace my energy in a sustainable way in the future. I'm still not sure how to do that, but sometimes information helps us to make better decisions for ourselves.